Hi, thanks for joining me with another episode of Still Growing. Now, today we're talking about Whitney Houston as a hologram. Well, as you can see, my background has changed a little bit because I like to do my videos at the back of my house where it's nice and sunny. I can enjoy the sun, but it's raining. I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background. So here I am out on my stoop, as they call it, to make sure that I can get my video out, because I'm really trying to be regular with my videos. I'm trying to build it up, and so I can get at least 2,000 subscribers by Christmas. So please hit the notification and subscribe, of course, and share the video if you like it. Okay? All right, so we're talking about Whitney Houston. And it seems that the whole idea of, making her into a hologram has resurfaced. I don't know if you remember, but I think this was 2016 or so. There was some talk of her becoming a hologram. I think actually they were trying to debut the hologram on the TV show The Voice, and she was supposed to perform on the season finale with Christina Aguilera. And apparently what happened was that just before it was supposed to air, her family decided they didn't like the look of, her as a hologram, and so they decided to scrap the whole project. But as everything goes in Hollywood, here they are trying to do it again. Not her family, but this gentleman named Alki David, I think is his name. He's the one who had put the hologram together, and so apparently he decided that he doesn't really need the permission of the family. He is going to go ahead and create a hologram of her again. And so music producer Scott Starch, I think is his name, he is the one that's supposed to be bringing this to light. So I wanted to bring this to you guys and see what you think about this, because I kind of think this is kind of creepy and weird to create hologram of dead people. Yes, I know they've done Michael Jackson, and I haven't seen it because I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson, and just the way that he went out, just everything surrounding his death, to me, I couldn't possibly go and see a hologram of him. There was a hologram of Tupac and several other black musicians. So I wanted to see what you guys think about this. Where is this going to end in terms of trying to find ways of making money? Even when somebody is dead, it's like that person can't even rest in peace. This to me is just a huge money grab, because the projects that you create when you're alive, as an actor or a musician, all this work that you have done, you have willingly agreed to that, even the ones that you don't agree with, at least you know that they have occurred while you're alive. But what happens when you're dead? It seems as if you have no control over your death. You have no control over your spirit. We're spiritual people, right? And so as spiritual people, we're energy. Right? We're energy, just like everything else that exists on this planet. We're energy. So what happens when someone has passed on from this life and their spirit is supposed to pass on too, or their energy is supposed to live on in another form, or go to heaven if that's what you believe? What happens to that spirit when you pass on and someone is now in this life using your essence, because how when how you can hold something that belongs to somebody, and you know, whether it's a loved one that has passed on and you can touch that thing and it reminds you of that person, their essence is still in that piece of clothing or that piece of jewelry or what have you. So what happens when someone is making a hologram of somebody that has passed on, and this person didn't, not only did they not agree for this to occur, but they didn't even know that it occurred. Is that pulling your energy back and forth from the afterlife to the present life? It makes me wonder about that, because there's talk of, you know how they say that the monarch has several of Africa's warriors that were killed during battle. They have their body, their skeletons, I guess I should say, their bones locked up in Europe somewhere. And you can use the bone of somebody to affect their lineage. Anyway, I just think this is creepy and weird, and of course it's just another way of, you know, making money. But shouldn't you have some right, or at least your family have some say about what happens to your image, the image that you didn't create? Like, if I think of any white so-called superstar that has passed on, can anyone just go and make a hologram of them without getting the permission? How disrespectful is this to say to the family, well, we don't need your permission, we can just go and create something, whether it represents her positively or represents her truly who she was, or whether it makes a mockery of her, disrespect her or disrespect her work. All of that needs to be considered. Because if someone feel that they can just go and create a hologram of someone just because they're famous, rich, or what have you, then what's to stop someone to destroying the legacy of that person? Anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video and ask you guys what you thought, because, you know, I think this is weird and it's creepy, as I said, and I wonder about the spiritual ramification of this. Because as spiritual people, you know, we're energy, and so our energy never dies, our energy just transforms. And so what happens to that aura? Does that affect that aura of and her energy? Does it pull it back, leave her in limbo? You know, that's what I wonder about. Anyways, I'm not going to make this video very long. I just wanted to, I was just reading that that's what they're doing, and that this guy felt that he has the right to be able to do whatever he wants with her image, because he created it. I think it's a disrespect to her family. It's a disrespect to her work. You know, yeah, at the end of her life, she had disrespected herself in terms of the drugs and, you know, what have you, with Bobby and all of that. But at least that was her choice, right? And that's what makes life worth living interesting, is the fact that we have choices. You know, we choose to, we can make the wrong choice or we can make the right choice, but the fact of the matter is that we made that choice. What happens when you no longer have a choice to say what's going to happen to your legacy, to your image, to how people see you? I think that there are some things that are sacred in life and in death. You know, there are things that are sacred that shouldn't be messed with and shouldn't be disrespect. Similar like this, where, you know, you have the burial ground of people that is being tampered with, and some people don't care about these things. Some cultures, they don't care about these things. But I think some things, when it comes to death, when you no longer have any control in this life, I think that things should be left the way that they end, and not be recreated for money hungry, greedy vampires, really. Anyways, if you disagree, let me know. if you have more information on the whole spiritual thing of how this would or wouldn't affect or possibly affect her and her family, what have you, let me know also what you think. Okay, peace and love, and see you next time. Bye.